Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we will be doing a 3D printing video, and we will actually be working on my dad's truck. So he really wants a toolbox for the back of his truck, so we will be designing one of those. And one of the first things we're going to do will be to take some measurements. Sorry, I just gotta move my stool. There we go. So we'll be taking some measurements of the back, kind of the width, the length, and how deep we want it to be. That's kind of the first steps that you want to do when you're designing anything. Now, I could probably find a file, but why do that when you can go the hard way and you can measure it and do it yourself? So first off, we will get a ruler. See, so all the way out to the end of the cab, it's about 8 inches. Maybe we'll do a little less. So now I'm going to go write that down somewhere. Gotta find a piece of paper. I'll just put in my notes on my phone. See, that's the good thing with the phones. You just put in your notes. Alrighty. So, we could put the length is 8 inches. Now, what the width of this we want it to be, I don't know. I mean, it is 1/10 scale. So, maybe I'll bring it out. Maybe we'll do about 1.5 inches will be the width. If that's too wide, we can always change it. Okay? Now, the thickness. So I got my smaller ruler here. We're going to down. Let's see, 1 inch is there. So looking about 1/2 inch is the thick, or however you want to call it, thickness is 1/2. And then the overhang, how much overhang we want to do. So yeah, so that'll be about 8 inches overhang. So since we have all our measurements, we're going to want to go into our software. And the software I do use is Tinkercad as of now. There's also Fusion, which I know there's a way you can get Fusion for free. So I'm going to try and look into that, because Fusion 360 can get pretty expensive. So yeah, so I use Tinkercad, which I'll say is still pretty good software. It is more of a beginner software, but once you kind of get the hang of it, you can actually do more complicated shapes with the more easier shapes. So I'll go show you guys how to use Tinkercad. Alrighty, so sorry guys, I have not figured out how to do a screen video on this computer yet. So I am using my camera from the outside of the computer to record the inside, but I'll kind of give you guys an overview on how to use Tinkercad. So it's pretty much straightforward. It's just fun to kind of mess around on. I've designed a couple things here and there for RC cars. I designed a tool box holder thing with the spare tire to go on the SX24 trailer. So if you guys want to see that, let me know, and maybe I'll post a little bit of a video on that. But basically, how you use Tinkercad is you just drop in basic shapes. And you can do settings to make sure your stuff is set. If you want it default as inches, you can send it to millimeters or bricks, which I think bricks is basically just off. You also send it to the width of your build plate, so I have it to mine. And yeah, so basically you can choose your basic cubes, bricks, whatever you want to call them, shapes. Your shapes, you can even put in text. And from there you just can put in what length you want it at, so 8, and that's for the height. And then you can even come here and grab these, which are called holes, and then you can slide them in anywhere. And then you do that and you group it, and boom, it basically makes it a hole. And you can even make this shape a hole too, so you can make any shape, is what they call it, a hole. And then once you group everything together, it'll make that spot kind of disappear. So yeah, that's kind of how you use Tinkercad. If you guys want more of an in-depth video on how to use it and actually create something, let me know in the comments, and maybe I will post one of those. So for now, we are going to get ready to design the toolbox. We will do some of the smaller finishing touches here and there and see how it comes out. Alrighty, so we now have sent it to the printer, and it's doing the first layer. I did change a couple things from when I showed you guys. I actually added handles, and I was seeing things on where the boxes, the top where the toolbox part was kind of push out a little bit more tools, so you see what I mean. So I did that, and I added handles. So when this is finished printing, it says it's going to take an hour and 17 minutes. And the bed's at, I'm going to probably raise the bed temperature. And it's just as easy as you go over here. You go down. I always try to keep it about 60 Celsius. And it's going to heat up there now. Just because that's what I feel most comfortable with. And that's mainly what it sticks to. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys once the print is done. Alrighty guys, so we finished the toolbox for the back of the truck. And this is the final result. So when I did show you guys what was printing, it was actually this. This was the first print. And this was actually what I showed you guys I designed. As you can see, everything was way too big. It's simply just too long. The handles here are just too big. So then, that's when I came up with this. But from there, I designed this, which is a smaller version of this. And then this ended up being the perfect size. The handles broke off. And I did not measure the inside of this correctly. I completely forgot about that part. So, third time's the charm, and that was when this printed up. And the handle still did fall off, which I think is just because of the size. So I ended up just saying, fine, I just glued them back on when they were done. But yeah, it fits perfectly in the spot. Sure, there's a little room. I just got to make sure I center it when I glue it. Or not, it goes go back in. But honestly, I saw photos, and most of the truck things had a gap anyways. And I don't think it looks half bad. I think it looks pretty good. It was a little frustrating trying to figure out, you know, the size. But in the end of the day, it was definitely worth it. And I hope my dad likes it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video. If you guys want more of an in-depth detail on how to use Tinkercad, just let me know in the comments. And maybe I'll do a whole video on that. So thanks for guys for watching. And until the next one.